Hello and welcome, dear friends. It's wonderful to spend this time with you today. Have you ever woken up in the morning, stretched out, and felt like your body just wasn't quite ready to move? Like every joint was a little creaky, a little stiff, maybe even a little resistant to getting started? It's a common feeling, isn't it? Especially as we celebrate more birthdays and accumulate wisdom and experience in life. Many of us, as we reach our mid-60s and beyond, start to notice changes in how our bodies feel, particularly first thing in the morning. That easy flexibility we might have taken for granted years ago can seem to have vanished overnight. Getting out of bed can feel like a significant undertaking, and those first few steps might be slow and cautious. It's easy to think, well, this is just what happens when you get older. And while some stiffness is certainly a part of the natural aging process, that doesn't mean we have to simply accept debilitating discomfort and limited movement. Far from it. Today we're going to talk about why your body might feel particularly stiff after 65, explore some important considerations for morning activity at this stage of life, and then, the heart of our conversation, I'm going to share a simple, gentle, yet incredibly effective 10-minute stretching routine. These aren't high-impact exercises. They are carefully chosen movements, often recommended by physical therapists, designed to gently wake up your muscles and joints and help melt away that morning stiffness. My hope is to offer you a practical, safe, and empowering way to start your day feeling more comfortable and capable. So, let's first understand a little more about why morning stiffness becomes such a common companion after the age of 65. It's not just in your head. There are real physical changes happening. As we age, the cartilage that cushions our joints starts to wear down. This is often the beginning of osteoarthritis, a condition where the protective tissue at the ends of bones wears away, leading to pain, stiffness, and swelling. Think of cartilage like a smooth, slippery surface that allows bones to glide over each other easily. As it thins or roughens, that smooth glide becomes more like a bumpy ride, causing friction and that feeling of stiffness, especially after a period of rest-like sleep. Another factor is bone density. While osteoporosis, which makes bones brittle and prone to fracture, is more about bone strength than joint stiffness, the overall health and structure of our musculoskeletal system are interconnected. Changes in bone structure and surrounding tissues can contribute to a general feeling of rigidity. Furthermore, certain neurological conditions, which might become more prevalent with age, can affect muscle tone and coordination, sometimes resulting in stiffness or changes in gait. Even less specific age-related changes, like decreased muscle mass, sarcopenia, and changes in connective tissues, can make muscles and tendons less pliable. When you lie still for several hours during sleep, these underlying issues can become more pronounced. Muscles and connective tissues can shorten and tighten up, fluid in the joints doesn't circulate as much, and inflammation that might be present can settle in. This is why that first movement after waking up can feel so challenging. You're essentially trying to get everything moving again after a period of inactivity, and those age-related changes make the restart a bit slower and creakier. Understanding these factors helps us approach the solution with the right mindset. It's about gentle coaxing, not forceful pushing. Now, speaking of getting started in the morning, there's a common piece of advice we hear. You should exercise in the morning. And yes, regular exercise is incredibly beneficial at any age. However, for seniors over 65, jumping straight into vigorous activity first thing can come with certain risks. This is where a gentle word of caution is needed, not to discourage movement, but to encourage safe movement. In the early morning hours, especially right after waking, our blood pressure can fluctuate. For individuals with pre-existing heart conditions, high blood pressure, or a history of stroke, sudden intense physical exertion can potentially increase the risk of a cardiovascular event. Your heart and circulatory system need a little time to fully wake up and adjust to being upright and active. Similarly, for those with respiratory conditions, cold morning air or sudden demands on the lungs from intense exercise can trigger symptoms. Our bodies are simply more vulnerable and less ready for peak performance immediately upon rising. So, while the idea of a vigorous morning workout might be tempting, it's generally much safer for individuals over 65 to delay any significant exercise until later in the morning or even the afternoon, after the body has had a few hours to fully wake up. And when you do exercise, moderation is key. Avoid pushing yourself to exhaustion, especially early in the day. Does this mean you should stay completely still? Absolutely not. The right kind of morning movement is exactly what we need. The principle is slow, gentle, and intentional. Instead of jumping out of bed, maybe sit on the edge for a few minutes first. Instead of rushing into your day, take a moment to breathe and begin with some very light, low-impact movements before any more strenuous activity. The 10-minute routine we're about to explore is designed precisely for this crucial transition period. A safe bridge between sleep and the rest of your day. It's about listening to your body, giving it what it needs to feel comfortable and ready, not forcing it into high gear before it's able. Okay, so what can you do to gently combat that morning stiffness? This brings us to the practical heart of our discussion, a simple, effective 10-minute morning stretch routine. These movements are like a gentle invitation for your body to wake up, increase circulation, and regain some flexibility. They don't require special equipment, just a little space and your willingness to move slowly and mindfully. Think of this as your daily ritual, your moment to greet your body with kindness and support. We'll go through 8 recommended stretches, often suggested by physical therapists for their ability to address common areas of stiffness in seniors. Let's start with the first one, which is great for your spine, often the source of that overall stiffness. Yoga Spinal Twist. You can do this while still sitting in bed, or on a chair, or on the floor if that's comfortable for you. Sit up tall, with your feet flat on the floor if you're sitting, or legs extended or crossed if on the floor. Place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand behind you for support, on the bed, the chair, or the floor. Inhale, sitting up even taller. As you exhale, gently twist your torso to the left, looking over your left shoulder if your neck allows comfortably. Breathe deeply here for 30 seconds, feeling the gentle stretch in your spine and back. Don't force the twist, it's about easing into it. Then slowly return to center and repeat on the other side. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind you, twisting gently to the right. Why this helps? This gentle rotation helps to lubricate the spinal joints and stretch the muscles along your spine. It encourages blood flow to the area, which can help reduce stiffness. In some practices, it's said to help energy flow upwards, supporting the whole body. It's a wonderful way to begin mobilizing your core. Next, let's address the sides of your body with the seated side bend. Remain seated comfortably, again on the bed, chair, or floor. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and gently bend your torso to the left, reaching your right arm over your head. You can place your left hand down for support. Feel the stretch along your right side, your latissimus dorsi muscle, obliques, and the intercostal muscles between your ribs. Breathe into the stretch for 30 seconds. Imagine creating space along your ribs with each inhale. Then, slowly come back up and repeat on the other side, left arm reaching up and bending gently to the right. Why this helps? This opens up the muscles along your sides and torso that can become tight from sitting or inactivity. It improves flexibility in the upper body and helps you feel more spacious and less restricted in your breathing. Our third movement is sometimes called puppy pose. This one is best done kneeling, perhaps on a mat beside your bed or on a comfortable rug. Start on your hands and knees with your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your hands forward, lowering your chest towards the floor while keeping your hips lifted. Rest your forehead gently on the floor or a pillow. You should feel a nice stretch in your shoulders and upper back, and a gentle elongation of your spine. Breathe deeply here for 30 seconds, allowing your chest to sink softly towards the floor. Why this helps? This pose gently stretches the spine in the opposite direction of sitting or lying down, and it opens the shoulders. Some also suggest that having your head below your hips for a short period can slightly reverse blood flow, potentially bringing a little fresh oxygen to the brain. A nice bonus first thing in the morning. Moving on, let's gently wake up the back of your legs and your lower back. This is the standing forward fold with neck traction. Carefully stand up, perhaps holding onto the back of a chair for balance if needed. Keep your knees softly bent. It's very important not to lock your knees or try to get your legs perfectly straight, especially first thing in the morning. Gently hinge forward from your hips, letting your torso hang heavy towards the floor. Let your head hang loosely, allowing gravity to create a gentle stretch in your neck. You can even lightly grasp opposite elbows with your hands. Breathe here for 30 seconds, feeling the stretch primarily in the back of your thighs, hamstrings, hips, and lower back. Remember to keep your knees soft. To come up, slowly roll up through your spine, or better yet, put your hands on your thighs and press yourself back up to standing, keeping your back straight to protect it. Why this helps? This movement effectively lengthens the hamstrings, glutes, and the muscles in the lower back, all areas that can become tight overnight. Letting your head hang can release tension in the neck. It's a gentle way to wake up the entire back of your body. Next, let's address the front of your legs, particularly the quadriceps and hip flexors, which can get tight from sitting. This is the standing quadriceps stretch. Again, stand up and hold onto a wall or chair for stability. Carefully bend one knee and bring your heel towards your buttock. You can gently grasp your ankle or foot with the hand on that side, or use a towel if you can't reach. Keep your knees close together and try to stand up tall, avoiding leaning too far forward. Feel the stretch along the front of your thigh and possibly in your hip flexor. Hold for 30 seconds, breathing steadily. Release slowly and repeat on the other leg. Important. If grasping your foot is difficult or causes knee pain, you can skip this one or try a variation where you simply extend one leg behind you while leaning slightly forward, feeling the stretch in the front of the hip. Listen to your knee. Why this helps? This stretch opens up the hip flexors and quadriceps, muscles that are shortened when we sit. Releasing tension here can improve posture and reduce tightness that contributes to overall stiffness. Now back to the hips, focusing on the outer hip and glutes. This is the seated figure 4 stretch. You can do this sitting on a chair or on the floor. If on a chair, sit with good posture. Lift one leg and place the ankle just above the knee of the opposite leg, creating a figure 4 shape. Keep your foot flexed to protect your knee. If this is enough stretch, simply sit tall and breathe. If you need more, gently lean forward from your hips, keeping your back straight. You should feel the stretch in the outer hip and glute of the crossed leg. Hold for 30 seconds, breathing into the stretch. Release and repeat on the other side. Why this helps? This stretch targets the piriformis muscle and other external rotators in the hip, as well as the glutes. Tightness here can contribute to lower back pain and stiffness. This pose encourages blood flow to the outer hip and gluteal area. Our 7th movement is great for combining a hip stretch with a gentle spinal twist. This is the low lunge twist. This one requires getting down on a mat or soft surface. Start on your hands and knees. Step one foot forward between your hands, coming into a low lunge position. You can keep your back knee on the floor, which is often more comfortable and stable. Ensure your front knee is stacked roughly over your ankle. Place the hand on the same side as your front leg. So, if your right foot is forward, use your right hand on the floor beside your front foot. Inhale, and as you exhale, gently lift the opposite arm, left arm, up toward the ceiling, twisting your torso toward the front leg. Look up towards your hand if comfortable for your neck. Hold for 30 seconds breathing. Then, slowly untwist, bring your hand down, step the front foot back, and repeat with the other leg forward, twisting to the other side. Modification. If getting into a low lunge is too much for your knees or balance, you can achieve a similar benefit by sitting on the floor with one leg bent and foot near your hip, and the other leg extended forward, then twisting towards the bent knee side. Listen to your body and choose a variation that is safe and comfortable. Why this helps? The lunge opens up the hip flexor of the back leg and the hip of the front leg. Adding the twist mobilizes the spine and chest. This combination gets blood flowing and helps to release tension in the hips and torso, common areas of stiffness. Finally, let's gently open the chest and shoulders and encourage blood flow. This is the hands clasped bridge pose. Lie on your back on a comfortable surface, knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Your heels should be close to your buttocks. Rest your arms alongside your body. On an inhale, gently lift your hips off the floor. You don't need to lift them very high. You can keep your arms resting or, if comfortable, Gently clasp your hands together underneath your body and wiggle your shoulders slightly underneath you to help support the lift and open the chest. Hold this gentle bridge for 30 seconds, breathing steadily. Imagine creating space across your collarbones. To release, gently unclasp your hands if they were clasped, and slowly lower your hips back down to the floor. Why this helps? This pose counteracts the rounded posture we often adopt while sleeping or sitting. It stretches the chest in front of the shoulders and can help improve circulation. The gentle lift also engages the back of your body, helping to wake up those muscles. It's also a mild inversion, which can slightly increase blood flow to the head and heart, helping to gently raise your heart rate and circulation first thing. There you have it. 8 gentle stretches that can be done in about 10 minutes each morning. Remember to move slowly, breathe deeply through each stretch, and never push into pain. If something doesn't feel right, ease out of it. Consistency is more important than intensity. Doing this routine every day or even most days will yield much better results than doing it vigorously once a week. Now you might be wondering, is 10 minutes really enough? And what's the point of making this a habit? The point, dear friends, is profound. Consistently spending just 10 minutes each morning gently moving your body can make a world of difference in how you feel throughout the day. It's not a cure for underlying conditions, but it's a powerful tool for managing their symptoms and improving your quality of life. Regularly stretching helps improve your range of motion and flexibility, reducing that feeling of being locked up. It increases blood circulation to your muscles and joints, which can help reduce inflammation and bring warmth and nourishment to the tissues. It can alleviate pain caused by stiffness and inactivity. It helps improve your posture, which can reduce strain on your back and neck. And beyond the physical benefits, starting your day with mindful movement can set a positive tone, reduce stress, and increase your sense of control and well-being. It's an act of self-care, a promise to yourself to move with more ease and comfort. Think about the ripple effect. Feeling less stiff means it's easier to get dressed, easier to prepare breakfast, easier to go for a walk, easier to enjoy your hobbies and connect with others. A simple 10-minute routine can unlock greater freedom and independence in your daily life. It's an investment in feeling good, not just today, but every day. So, as we wrap up our conversation, let's remember what we've discussed. Morning stiffness after 65 is common, often linked to changes like osteoarthritis or muscle tightness, but it doesn't have to dictate your mornings. While vigorous exercise first thing can be risky for some, gentle, intentional movement is incredibly beneficial. This 10-minute stretch routine, including the spinal twist, side bend, puppy pose, forward fold, quad stretch, figure 4, low lunge twist, and bridge, offers a safe and effective way to warm up your body, increase flexibility, and boost circulation right after waking. And consistently incorporating this practice into your routine can significantly reduce stiffness, improve mobility, and enhance your overall well-being. Please remember, this routine is designed to be gentle and safe, but if you have any specific health concerns, particularly related to your joints, heart, or lungs, it is always wise to consult with your doctor or a physical therapist before starting any new exercise program, including these stretches. They can offer personalized advice and modifications to ensure the movements are right for you. Listening to your body is paramount. Making this 10-minute stretch routine a daily habit is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. It's a small commitment with potentially large rewards in terms of comfort, mobility, and how ready you feel to embrace each new day. Embrace this opportunity to move with more ease, grace, and strength. You deserve to feel comfortable and capable in your own skin, no matter your age. Thank you so much for joining me today and for taking this important step towards supporting your well-being. I truly hope this routine helps you greet your mornings with less stiffness and more joy. If you found this information helpful and feel inspired to try the routine, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. It helps spread the word to others who might benefit. And if you'd like more gentle guidance and tips for living well as we age, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. What are your biggest struggles with morning stiffness? Or maybe you already have a favorite stretch that helps? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's build a supportive community where we can learn from each other. Wishing you gentle movements and joyful mornings. Take good care, dear friends, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.